Hey everyone, this is PrinceWatercress, and welcome to a brand new Let's Play. This time around, it is Menace for the PC. And despite the fact that this game was released in 1993, this game was not in VGA graphics. It was one of the older graphic standards from the late 80s and early 90s. Nevertheless, this game is a lot of fun. I only had the first episode, Dr. Mangle's Lab, when I was a kid, and it was the shareware version of that. I believe it was off the CD called Apogee's Greatest Games, that little yellow CD with the picture of the Earth on it, and it had 15 games on it, and this was one of them. Also, who is Leon Ah Yeah, and why is he on my GOG.com copy? I can't believe you, Leon. Shame on you. But as you can see, we found some hidden stuff that I will talk about later on. And this is a action platformer. You run, you jump, you shoot. You try not to die. And despite the fact that there are probably not all that many colors in the game, it looks as good as any game from the late 80s, early 90s, despite being released in 1993, and it's still really fun to play. It may be a bit hard, especially later on, but I like this. I liked playing through the first episode over and over quite a few times when I was in high school. And God, I really don't know what else to say other than that. I'm just going to go ahead and press enter and go straight to control panel. Now, I will show off the default controls because I am going to change them. Movement. I'm going to keep moving the way it is because it's just the arrow keys, but the buttons... Oh! Well, the default controls are control for jump, alt for fire, and enter to throw a grenade. However, during my Tuesday tryout, I had a little bit of trouble with that setup, especially because I hadn't played the game since high school. And therefore, I kind of went with a more natural feeling setup where I jump with C, I fire with X, and I press Z to throw a grenade. I did do that before trying stuff out and doing a practice run. So, control is jump, alt is fire, and grenade is enter under the default controls. But you can set them up to whatever you like, thankfully. And I might as well just go ahead and mention movement, too. As you can see, it's all up, right, down, and left for the movement. There's really nothing for up and left, I don't think. And yeah, you can just go to configure, use keyboard, and then you can set everything you need to. You can also play this game with a joystick. And you can also turn on other things as well, such as VGA compatibility, score box, and help messages. I'm going to keep all that the way it is. I'm going to keep the music at AdLib/Sound Blaster. And I'm going to keep the sound at AdLib/Sound Blaster because, well, why not? So, yeah, we might as well just go ahead and start a new game. But first, if we press F1, we get the help menu at any time. And this will allow us to go to the story. Directions are down below. Up and down lets you move. Enter lets you select. And escape lets you back out. I'm going to go ahead and read the story because the game doesn't give it to you when you start. You are Snake Logan, a top-secret operative for the CIA ordered to complete missions that others would regard as suicidal. One day, Snake is called into headquarters and briefed on a situation that has arisen in Metro City. It seems that thousands of monster-like creatures are on a rampage of destruction throughout the city. Many thousands have already died, and Metro has declared martial law just before losing all communications. Snake is ordered to take a plane, fly recon over the city, and then return. Authorities receive communications from a man calling himself Dr. Mangle just before the city is overrun. It states that Metro is to be an example of what will happen to the rest of the world if all factions of government do not comply with his wishes. Snake is then given a file on Elmo Whitecliff, alias Dr. Mangle. It seems that Dr. Mangle was once a top scientist for Operation Buglow, a top-secret genetics research firm. Also, there is nothing threatening about the name Elmo Whitecliff. I'm expecting him to look like a nerd. Operation Buglow was a mission to take ordinary insects and mutate them to achieve extraordinary size and intelligence. Elmo was making excellent progress when he suddenly disappeared. Efforts to find him have proven unsuccessful until now. It seems that not only has he succeeded in mutating the insects, but he has also spliced some very violent genes into the mix. Snake loads his recon equipment and his M60 pulse rifle into a civilian-looking Cessna and departs for Metro. While Snake Logan is flying recon over Metro City, suddenly, bolts of light appear all around him, hitting his plane many times. The plane loses engine power, and Snake is forced to make an emergency landing on a street in Metro. Losing all hope of getting back to HQ, Snake quickly gathers what resources he has, and sets out to find the source of this destruction. And from here we can press escape, go back to the help menu, and I will explain everything along the way. That way I don't have to read like text for a bunch of minutes. And I am reaching to grab my green tea that is on the table near the couch near me. Got it? Okay. Now we start our new game. Now it's easy. You start out with 8 hits, and when you fire your gun, you shoot a couple of times. On normal and hard, you don't do that, and you only start out with 4 hits. I want to believe that monsters take even more damage on hard than they do on normal. I'm just going to start with a normal game. By the way, if you ever want to look ahead, you can practice a level for 15 seconds, but only for 15 seconds. For now, I'm just going to start with normal, and we are now in downtown Metro. If we press space, we can look at our current status. We are in downtown Metro. We have no points. We will get our first extra life at 20,000. We're playing on normal difficulty. We have no shards. Shards are used kind of like keys. We have 5 keys, which I find interesting. Wouldn't expect to start with 5 keys. Maybe they're skeleton keys. We have some circuit boards that we can also use to open doors. There are gems. Collect 50, get an extra life. We have 0 clips for weapons, and we have no items. And if you press a key, we'll just go out of here. Now, at the start of the demo, we had Snake going to the left, back to the plane. Turns out he didn't take everything. And because I played it earlier, I didn't get the help messages. But you have grenades that can do a little bit of damage, and you have machine guns that can be held. Basically, if you have the machine gun, you can hold the fire button down for rapid fire. And by holding up or down, you can grab on the ladders. There's a key. We need keys to unlock doors. And these guys were not lucky. And we have 1 clip. Now, if we were to collect multiple machine gun pickups without picking up another weapon in the meantime, we could probably have multiple clips, and the ammo would carry over. But if I were to switch to, say, from machine gun ammo to plasma bolts or something like that, I wouldn't have that luxury anymore, and I'd probably go back to 0. In the meantime, though, I want to grab the stuff that is here. We will be able to open up that ceiling that is blocking our path later. For now, let's just go ahead and climb up this ladder just by pressing up or down in front of it once we jump up to it. And from here, we can just go through all of these little levels. Those little red gems are, of course, the gems. You collect 50 of those to get an extra life. And this window's open. Well, it's busted open, but either way, it's open. Press up, and you'll go in. And that box is in the way, but, oh, now you tell me you can open a door with up. Now you're giving me help messages, game. By throwing a grenade, we can throw it over the box and hit that little blob thing. And we can press up to open a door, assuming you have a key. Anyway, let's go ahead and throw more of these. Why not? There we go. Go ahead and take care of him. And that's the only other door that we have. Some of the stuff you'll get behind the doors will just give you points. If you find anything in a door, just press up again after you've opened the door to grab the item. Whether it be a tape, be a cassette tape, or a calculator or something. That is a continue beacon. If you run into it, you will start there when you lose a life. Now I have one clip. Now I have two. So if I were to run out of ammo, I'll go back to having the machine gun again when I fire again. So that will be very useful. Get rid of all of you. And I do not know why you did not get hit. That's what I get for tapping it for a brief moment. And I should be talking about the enemies. The only two enemies you'll meet here are the little purple blobs, which will dive at you if you're close enough. And you have the little green trolls who, if you get close enough to them, they will punch at you. You don't want them to do that. And here's a switch. If you press up in front of the switch, you'll flip it the other way. This switch will activate a platform, as you could probably see. And by destroying these enemies, we should be able to have an easier time. Are there any other guys over to the left? No. And apparently, since I started with 5 keys, I don't know why I started with 5 keys, I didn't really have much of a problem getting anything. I don't really know why I started with 5 keys. But if you go in here, we found some red grenades, which will shoot out a fireball that travels across the screen and shoots out little fireballs out of itself in its wake. And we also found the plasma bolts. These will give us some very powerful lasers which can blow through enemies. And yeah, that guy did not make it, unfortunately. Now, because we switched from the machine gun to the plasma bolts, we lost all of our machine gun clips. Also, first aid kits restore you to full health, regardless of how much damage you've taken. Remember where they are. Take advantage of them when you need them. And I don't know how that guy managed to get up there, but, well, okay, maybe he used a ladder, but, well, that still wasn't a bright idea for that guy. He's basically done. And now, there's you. Okay, you are done. Right. I forgot I had the shard. Might as well go ahead and show off what the shard does. Let's go over here again. And now that we have the shard, we can press up here. And we can go to this guy. Somewhere in each level, there is someone like me who holds a key to each exit. You must find them. Thanks for the key. I'll use this to go on to the next level and rescue friends. Apparently, levels are a concept to Snake Logan. What? Well, anyway, we do need the little computer chip, we have this special item that will allow us to get past the barrier, which will let us go to the next level. And if you touch those barriers, either the one that was keeping you away from that guy, or the one that blocks the exit, instant death if you touch them. Also, I found the super gun and a little sparkly thing that gave me 5,000 points. I swear the sound that you get from touching it, I heard it earlier in Leisure Suit Larry Let Dreams Don't Dry when you get one of the fake death scenes. I'm not touching the machine gun. I want to keep my super gun. Really, really useful. It's just like the machine gun, except it does a lot more damage, which is really cool. So anyway, let's go over here. We got that in there, so thankfully we can't get hit by the barrier. Yeah, that totally reminds me of Leisure Suit Larry Wet Dreams Don't Dry now that I think about it. When it goes into old 80s computer graphics mode, when you do one of the so-called death scenes in the game, and you get put back together in usual Leisure Suit Larry 1 in the Land of the Lounge Lizards fashion. Also, I forgot to hit a switch. There should be a switch that I need to hit. I can't tell if I hit it or not, but I need to hit it. Is it up here? It's not up here. Also, you can turn that thing off. You can turn that score box off in the options menu, but well, not really much of a reason to do so. And I forgot where the switch was. It's not up here. And it's not this, because this leads to this turns on the elevator that we found some time ago. I forgot to hit a switch somewhere, and I need to find out where it is. But as you look through this level, you can tell that the folks around here really did not make it. I mean, a lot of the people here had a rough time. And they say that thousands died in the storyline. They were not kidding. And there should be a switch that I should be hitting, or should have hit by now. Why have I not hit it? Or maybe it was all the way to the right and I couldn't find it the whole time. Maybe it's all the way up. And it's not here. I can't believe I forgot the switch. I've just done a practice run of this game, this level actually, and now I can't even remember where the switch was. We've been here already. Maybe it's over here the entire time and now I just can't get to it or something. Oh, pfft. It's at the exit. No wonder I forgot all about it. It was one of the last things I did. This switch activates the bridge, and it actually gets rid of the thing that was blocking our path on the way up. As you can see, there was an X at the switch, and there's an X right here. So, hey, if you can read signs and figure out what goes to what, you can get the things and figure out where they go. Also, I'm not going to grab every gem in the game, but I'm going to grab everything that I can. That was embarrassing. I can't believe I forgot the switch was right there. But we did find the first aid kit, the last of them, and we got another 5,000 points. And we're going to get our next extra life at 40,000. We're going to go to the high rise, and we now have 0 keys. Not sure why I started with 5 keys at the beginning of the first level, but well, here we are. That was weird. I'm not sure why it did that. I am playing on Yeah, I am playing on normal. So I don't know why it gave me 5 keys at the beginning. Oh well. Anyway, let's go ahead and press escape. And from here, we can save our game just by selecting save game. We can use the arrows and enter to select our save file. And I'm just going to put in LP. Apparently this game does not recognize caps lock. We're just going to put in LP1 for now. And I guess I might as well go ahead and do it. Well, it wouldn't make much sense to do it anyway. And no, I did not want to press F1. And let's make sure that it did it. Okay, it did it. Saved all of our score and stuff. So that was an interesting first level. And that was an interesting 20 minutes. And we will be doing some more stuff in the next video. So join me next time where I play through level 2 of episode 1, the High Rise. Until then, this is PrinceWatercress. Take care, stay safe, and thanks for watching!